African people, it is the Goddess Neat Night, and today I am bringing a frequently asked questions. I get this question so much in my inbox. I get this question when I'm out in public. How do I maneuver within the system of white supremacy, or essentially play the game? White supremacy is the global structure that is currently in play. If you don't understand what it is and how it works, everything else you think you understand will only confuse you. It is divided up between 10 areas of people activity. 1. Economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, war, and the last added by Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, medicine. The 9 areas of people activity were given to us by Neely Fuller Jr. to explain how white supremacy works. It is an infrastructure and blueprint that has been grown, that has been laid out by the global white mass to benefit them at the expense of Africans and other people of color. This system that all races should currently be engaged in, and most other races are outside of black folks, is currently trying to get Europeans off of them and gain some level of autonomy for themselves. So places like China, places like Dubai, places like Brazil, everyone is in the game of life essentially for economics, resources, wealth, and power. Black people, on the other hand, don't understand the game, and therefore we be bullshitting a lot of times. And this is something that you can employ in order to, 1, be more peaceful, 2, not slap somebody, and 3, learn. That's always what it's about, learn. Once you learn, you can grow. The first thing I do is I interact. I get so annoyed when people meet me and think that just because I'm talking to Europeans or somebody around me that is white, I would be rude to. No. No. That's not how I was even raised. When someone respects me, I respect them. It's just a natural inclination that I have. So just because I see white people on a daily basis doesn't mean that I, 1, treat them badly, 2, am rude, and 3, I don't interact. That's actually the opposite of what you do. A part of why we're not in the game, we so lost in the sauce, mismanaging our time, is because we truly believe there is no game being played. That's how the game works. It's your opponent trying to get one up on you while not letting you know he's trying to get one up on you. This is why they do so well at hunting. When they hunt and they go after their prey, they have the patience to get their prey to believe whatever mannerisms need to be believed in the mind or in the actions in order for them to get what they want. So think about the European colonists who came to what is now called America and the indigenous Americans. They sat, interacted, gave offerings, and stuck with them just as long for their prey, the indigenous Americans, to get comfortable. And then that's when it happened. So you must interact with the group. Do not be rude, don't be unfriendly, and then it's just negative energy. 2, listen. This is a big point. Listen, talk to your coworkers, talk to people at the gym, talk to the cashiers, talk. I'm so serious. I listen to them. I love to hear stories. I like to hear, tell me about the Trojan Wars. Please tell me about this anime series. Please tell me about this book. Please tell me about the tattoo that you have. What does it mean? When was it created? Please tell me about your family crest. I'm actually interested. What does the frog stand for? I love to interact and listen to the stories of white people because they really be dropping some gems on the cool. And if you have the patience and the tolerance, you'll learn something. 3rd thing, this is probably my 2nd to favorite thing on this list. Observe. Observe how you behind them in the line and you didn't lost your patience and they just remaining calm. Observe how you've given the person a piece of your mind and they all around looking at you like, you need to calm down. Observe how even when they don't like one another, how they still have a temperament. I just watched a video one of my Facebook friends shared of a white woman who was deaf trying to order food, and she couldn't respond to the clerk who was asking her questions, obviously because she was deaf and he couldn't make out what she was saying. So when she went up to the window, he was rude. He didn't want to serve her. He kept telling her to go. And she was like, "Sir, please, I'm trying to order." And I'm thinking to myself, did you really just say please? Did you really just serve this man? Nah. Oh, no. But then again, that's why I'm black and she's white and they got power and patience and I'm just sitting here with us. How often do they use their power to carry out some type of adverse effect? You got black women, we go to work with one another, tell the supervisor on one another. You know, call the phone when such and such is late. I observe when they're frustrated, when they're feeling some type of way, when they're emotional, even at funerals. White folks don't even do a lot of crying at funerals. I would pay to get in a class with someone to teach me how these folks are so emotionless. I'm serious. I would pay for it. The fourth thing, this is by far the most important. There's nothing more important on this list than this one right here for me. I think if I were, you know, teaching you all, and I am, I think number 4 would be the most important thing. I think you all should listen up for this one. Number 4, this is an amateur's move, an amateur move. 4, do not discuss race in public. Do not discuss race in public. Oh my gosh, like, I cannot tell you how frustrating this is. Like my YouTube channel, or they might even see something on a Facebook, or see something on a social media, or see something out and about, and they say, see all of these white folks. And you know, I teach this stuff on my channel just because I'm able to reach a large audience, and I love to teach. I just make my platform available to talk about it because there's no one else talking about it, in my opinion, the way that I do. However, when we are in public, no. When you are at work, no. When you are in a restaurant, when you are just, you know, in a doctor's office, when you're at the gas station, no. When you want to teach about race, when you want to instruct somebody, when you want to let them know about one of our great ancestors, if it is not a legitimate racial matter, then it should not be brought up. Like if you just want to talk about Emmett Till and talk about how, you know, black men being shot by the police is modern day lynching, don't talk about that in public. Don't talk about that in public. That's an amateur move. Think about how many times you've heard white men say white power in public. How many times have you heard them say, hey, I'll see you at the lodge this weekend. See you in class. You don't hear them say that because they treat race as if it's not a matter. Play the game. The game is knowing that racism exists, however, treating it as if it doesn't exist. White folks know racism exists. It was out of their belly that its core was created. They know about racism. They wrote the playbook. But they treat race as if it's not a matter. They say we don't see race because that's how you uphold race, fool. So do not talk about it in public. Lastly, practice. Number 5 is practice. What do I mean? As black people, practice the first 4 things that I just said. And then this is a big thing for me. Anytime you see black people, whether it's you going to the grocery store, the corner store, you going to the car dealership, you at work, you on the elevator, you at the doctor's office, you know, you walking down the street, anytime, like A-N-Y, anytime you see other black people, make eye contact and speak. That is a big thing. Practice interacting with one another. I was at the library just about 2 weeks ago, and I remember a brother, when I said hello, he was like, how you doing, sister? And it just made me feel so good. I was like, you know, thank you for calling me sister. It let me know that it's still some of us out there that's doing that. Get in the habit of making eye contact with black people and speaking no matter where you see one another. If sister girl or homeboy don't speak, don't worry about it. Move on. Always speak. You do the job of speaking. Second, this right here is a magnet that I keep on my computer. I will show y'all a closer image of it. I'll actually like find it online. This is Angela Davis, of course, and it's called The Black Code. I didn't create it. This is not my work. I didn't produce this. However, when I saw it online years ago, I thought to myself, it's still a good blueprint. It's like waking up in the morning and drinking a bottle of water. Like, you can't go wrong waking up in the morning and drinking a bottle of water. Like, that has to be like the healthiest shit you can do, right? Exactly. So this right here is like drinking a bottle of water in the morning. It's the Black Code. It's a list of things that we do and that we do not do in relationship with one another. Get in the habit of making blackness something that you accept, you embrace, you wear, you don't mind saying, because in all honesty, when you talk to an Italian, you know what he says? You know what she says? I'm an Italian. When you talk to a Mexican, you know what they say? They say, I am Mexican. When you talk to an El Salvadorian, do you know what they say? Soy El Salvadoreño. That's what they say. So when you start talking to black folks, when people start talking to you, you need to say, I am black. You need to wear it. It needs to feel good. It needs to feel magnificent. So those are the 5 things. This is how I play the game of racism and white supremacy. Every single day, I make sure, no matter what I do, these 5 things I'm keeping in contact with. You better interact, you better observe, you better listen, you better get on code, you better act like you know. Get on code. White folks on code. They're emotionless, they handle business, they work together, they maintain order, all while making us think that they stupid, that they have no earthly clue that all of this is happening. Like they're just blessed by default, like they were just born to be this blessed. Really? All of this is happening and we're doing it.